hard when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig.
Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a Wet n Wild CenturyLink field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Squeeze. Come on. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Zebra. That's it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Coming to you.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
That's our baby. Going the other way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
General West. Hey, Zoo. Bear.
From the gun, Moran. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant. Run the mic. Watch one. Hey, protein spill. Hey, Delta.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Let's go now. 30 base. 57. I'm here all day. Shoot.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass. And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Moran, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On the return is Cohen. That'll go down as a 92-yard punt return score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Alert. Check 13. Check. Go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Alert.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Go. Get it.
From the gun, Moran. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Tighten up. Blue draw Porkers.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready up. Check right 54. Right 54.
Looking to throw on second down. Moran, screen play, Johnson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Johnson on the counter. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey. Here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun. Moran, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Still's the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Complete to Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
152 fighter.
Slam. Mike 54.
Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, Moran flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This complete to Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
One left. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson, escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Wilson on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
57 to Mike. I got one. 57 to Mike. 57. Mike, 57.
On first down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
They go play action now. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Green 80. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Shift. 12. Alert. Echo. 57's the mic. Hey, 0.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Watkins the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the screen. Hey. Watch the screen. Watch the eye. Hey, alert.
Play action. It's Wilson. This is caught. Watkins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Just out time, guys. Just out. Hey, exit.
Yeah.
So Mike from there.
To throw on second down. Moran trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Steve 6.
Operating from the gun, Moran. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. But it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Wilson buying time to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. On second down now, it's Carson. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right there, 40's Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Check 37. 14.
They run again to Carson. He chucks him aside. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Back to throw. Moran. He completes it to Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, Echo. 54. Hey, watch.
From the gun, Moran. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let's get this ball. Mike 3. 218. Chopper. Check 3. Ready.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Moran looking downfield for Jones. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Let's go.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Here we go on second and 12. Being chased out left. He'll run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is third and 10. Operating from the gun, Moran. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Hey, watch it.
Check. Still got it. 4 down.
They go play action with Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Jump right.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. And instead, they want to throw it on play action. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 25 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go, Keith. Here I come. Bang out, bang out, bang, bang. I'm coming. On try.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah.
Marvin Jones past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 82 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Run left, run left. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Slam, slam, slam. Good job right there. Hey, hey. 40, Mike, 40. One left. You think you're going to get this?
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Watch this 14. Watch this threat. Hey, 0, 0, 0.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He'll find Metcalf. The 30. 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 12 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Moran nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's second down.
Check 99.
Back to throw. Moran. Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been...
It's a foot race. The 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go to Johnson again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Dancing to his left. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Double count. Check, Mike, 57.
Wilson wants to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? He's got a man, complete. Marvin Jones, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Seahawks 46.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.